been in the news. Key details from public reports include 2011 conviction, pleaded guilty to causing serious bodily injury to a child, his then girlfriend's Euro son, involving shaking and hit trauma. He received probation, which he violated multiple times. See, this is the Carmelo Anthony family, bro. I'm not giving them no pass because the stuff that I've been hearing about, bro, is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Hold on, you guys. Let me put this up here. And this is before Carmelo and them. I got to show y'all this. I literally got to put this out here to the public. This was before Carmelo, and this is before, I'm going to say it again. This is before Carmelo Anthony and them even had this guy, if I'm not mistaken. This article came out in 2024, March 2024. You can read it right there. It says, activist supporting interim city manager has a dark past. See, these are the mistakes you can't make when your son is fighting a murder trial. Because I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to go through this and read some of this right now. I wasn't even going to do this now. I'm going to do this right now. First of all, let's start right here, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot hire a person to be a spokesperson that got this type of history on his name. Because the situation that happened to start this whole thing off, and I'm going to say this right now. When Austin Metcalf's father went over to that press conference and tried to have prayer with them, right? And the way he treated him, you're talking about the father of the kid that was unalive, right? The least thing you could have did is you not violate that man at that time. Because it was going to come back to bite you and add years on to your case. So when he did that, that rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't say nothing about that. When he did that, that rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't say nothing about that. Because the man literally came by himself around all those black people, and he said he was coming in peace. And they called the cops on him and had him removed. Bad decision. The Carmelo Anthony family made too many bad decisions, bro. And we're going to go through this right quick. So this is in 2024. Just so y'all know, this is before the case. So this isn't an article that came out after, he's a family spokesperson. You have to do your research. It seems like they didn't do no research. And when people are interviewing this family, they need to ask them these questions. Did you know about his history? How would you hire a spokesperson if you don't know anything about his history? Make it make sense. Right? I want you to understand what I'm saying. If the man came to have prayer with you originally, right after his son passed away, you know how hard that is? By himself. Right? By himself. And you going to let a spokesperson who got a criminal history? First of all, this spokesperson, these are all the mistakes they made. That dusty-ass lawyer they hired. They hired a dusty lawyer. You got a dusty-ass spokesperson. You're going to get a dusty-ass result. Need I say more? Let's read this article real quick on this spokesperson they got. It says right here, you guys. Look, chat. The head of one of the organizations that wants Kimberly Tolbert to assume the post of interim city manager in Dallas has a history of criminal conduct in North Texas with allegations ranging from injuring a child to theft and assault. You can't have nobody like that representing you in a murder case. I'm sorry, bro. Carmelo Anthony parents need to get stir-fried for this. They had, this is the worst type of situation that you could put your son that's fighting a murder case in. This is the guy you get to represent you? Let's keep going. It goes on to say, about 5 years before Dominique Alexander founded the Next Generation Action Network, the Dallas-based nonprofit that claims to advocate for social change and equality, or social change and equity for all, regardless of race, religion, nationality, gender, sex, or age. He was arrested for causing serious bodily injury to his girlfriend's, you see how many years old, son. Come on, bro. This is crazy. Alexander, he pled guilty, y'all, in 2011 and was sentenced to probation. That's crazy. However, he reportedly violated the terms of his probation multiple times, leading the judge to sentence him in 2016 to 5 years in prison. What a fool. This is the guy you hired. You got to blame Karmelo Anthony's parents, bro. I'm sorry, bro. That is their fault, bro. The judge counted his time spent on probation as a part of the sentence. So Alexander only spent 8 days behind bars for the offense, according to the Dallas Morning News. That's wild. In 2017, Alexander was indicted for felony theft charges related to a 2016 business dispute in Denton County. The charges were enhanced because of a previous conviction for forgery. He pled guilty and was sentenced to 2 days in jail with credit for time served. Alexander also allegedly shoved and headbutted his longtime partner, Kiera D. Saunders. He was subsequently indicted for a continuous violence against family, but those charges were dropped in 2021. DMN reported. He has also reportedly been convicted of evading arrest and making a false police report. This is who they got speaking for the family in a murder case, y'all. Come on, bro. Come on, man. This is wild, bro. This is wild. They got him. This is the guy you have representing your family in a murder case, right? So in 2016, received a prison sentence, reported up to 2 years, or reported as to 2 years or up to 5 years with credit for time served. I just read that to y'all. Fox News reported on that, right? For repeated probation violations related to the above case. In 2019, arrested and later indicted on a felony family violence assault charge. Continuous violence against the family, 3rd-degree felony, involved pushing, choking, and headbutting a girlfriend. He also faced related misdemeanor charges. Bro, this is diabolical work. This is diabolical boss. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to show y'all this. This is crazy. This is unbelievable right here, man. Come on, bro. This is who y'all hired? I'm blaming the whole family. Hold on, look at this, y'all. Hold on. I'm blaming the family. I'm sorry. You have to know who the hell you put down here in front of people. I'm blaming the entire Karmelo Anthony family, the parents. The parents are getting blamed. The parents are getting blamed. You hired him to be your spokesperson. You fighting a murder case. This who you hired. This who you hired. And to the person who said this, you're putting a lot of negative stuff. Bro, I talk about it all the way across the board. What are you talking about? I'm telling you the truth. The Karmelo Anthony family failed their son. What do you want me to come in here and lie? You hire a dude who has a history of beating the holy hell out of his wife. Or was it his wife? Or no, it was the youngin'. They said he had a shaking charge. Then they said, here it is right here. Oh, yeah, beating the hell out of his wife. It's right here. A girlfriend, my bad. Not wife, girlfriend. Dallas activist Dominique Alexander was indicted on Monday on a felony assault charge in a domestic violence case involving his girlfriend. Dallas County court records show Alexander, 30 years old, was arrested in April after his girlfriend, Kiera D. Saunders, accused him of pushing, choking, and headbutting her during several altercations. I'm going to blame the family. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to blame the family. Because they hired this guy who has a criminal history to be your spokesperson in a murder case. That's the first bad thing you can do. You want to get a jury pissed off at you, hire a dude that has a criminal history, right? To the person who says, I live in Dallas, I know that guy, you don't know shit, bro. His record's right here. What are you talking about? His record's right here. What are you talking about? He has criminal history. Does he not? Does he have a criminal history or not? Was he convicted of doing that to that 2-year-old or not? Answer the question. Mr. Derek Sherry fam. Cut that capping ass shit out with me, nigga. The fuck is wrong with you? I'm showing you this right here on the news. I'm showing you charges that he pled. He actually pled to that. What are you talking about? Then not only that, you hire that weasel $2 lawyer who gave you a 5-hour defense with a bathroom change. I don't want to hear about change your life. You're not hearing about what I said, sir. You talking about change your life. You're talking about a murder trial, boy. The hell is wrong with you, fool? You have a murder trial. Your spokesperson can't have no smut on their name. Do you not understand this? We're talking about optics. We're talking about all the people that's around that's looking at this case, potential jurors. This guy's your spokesperson. You cannot have him as a spokesperson because everybody's already going to have their thoughts about a guy who has these type of allegations on him surrounding his ex-girlfriend and a 2-year-old. What the hell is wrong with you, boy? Use your brains. You talking about a murder charge, and that's the guy you go get to be your spokesperson. I'm holding the parents hired these people. The hell is wrong with you? Self-accountability. How the hell do you do any research to say, who is this guy we hiring to speak for us? You can't let anybody speak for you. That's your son, nigga. Your flesh and blood. I'm checking everything. I got a list and I'm checking it twice. Spokesperson, lawyer, all of this. Right? Talking about, I don't know who I'm talking to. Man, nigga, I ain't worried about, nigga, you ain't God, nigga. So sit down, nigga. I only fear the Almighty, nigga. I only fear the Almighty, playboy. That's it. That's all there is to it. Talking about, I don't know who I'm talking. That nigga acting like he God, nigga. You ain't God, nigga. Now, like I said before, right? He act like his word's supposed to intimidate me. Nigga, sit down, bro. Well, I walk with no fear, nigga, ever. You understand what I'm saying? So back to what I was saying to y'all, right? The reason why you can't hire this type of person, ladies and gentlemen, who have this history, I don't care if they changed their life. Maybe he did. But you can't do this in a murder trial. Your kid is facing a murder trial. Everybody you have around you have to have a clean record. Just like your son. Just like your son. Your son had a clean record before this. So the people you hire, because guess what? How it happens? Let me say this to y'all right now. Guess what happens? Before all this case starts, they start investigating everybody you got working with you. That's what they do. They start investigating. Hold on, y'all. They start investigating everybody you got working with you. That's what they do. So what the hell is these people talking about? This is what happens. Right? No question about it. None. Right? I'm just being honest with y'all. Right? No question about it. So you have to understand, in these type of cases, optics means everything. So the person I have speaking for me, they gonna have a clean background. That's first and foremost. Our spokesperson, he's not gonna have a criminal history anywhere close on our background. My son's on a murder case. I can't have this. Why? Because the jury or the potential jury can be influenced by seeing the people you got around you. These type of stories can bring you down. Period. These type of stories can bring you down. Point blank, period, bro. You ain't gonna troll my channel and block your ass. Now, secondly, I blame the family for hiring that lawyer. Y'all, I want y'all to think about this. They all complaining about a white jury when he hired a white lawyer. The lawyer didn't give a damn. You hired a Dallas lawyer that's close to that whole situation. You can't blame nobody else but yourself. That's number two. Then the decision he made, the worst decision they made out of this whole case, is when Austin Metcalf's father showed up to have prayer, y'all. And I want y'all to peep what I'm saying. When Austin Metcalf's father showed up to have prayer, right, with the family. Now, y'all peep what I'm telling y'all now, because it's going to go past a lot of people's head. When they did that, guess what, y'all? This dude called the cops and had him removed. That's the worst thing you could do. And I heard the lead attorney talking about that. He was right. The lead attorney talked about that 10 months ago, before this whole trial started. He said, man, the worst thing you could have did was push that guy away. The whole strategy should have changed, because your son is fighting a murder charge. That could save your son years. If the family could have said, look, we ain't pushing for that many years. He showed remorse. He didn't mean it to happen. No, what did they do? Show immediate force against us when he came over there by himself. Sometimes you have to use your mind and be smarter. You understand what I'm saying? You have to use your wisdom and think smarter. Period. Right? So if you don't think that if you had a better spokesperson who understood how to deal with these situations, because as soon as that father would have came over there, ain't no way in the world as a spokesperson I'd have kicked them out. I would not have let that father. That father came over there by himself. He didn't come over there with a group of people. You know what I would have did as a man? I would have had a sit-down conversation. I would have got him, that boy's father. I would have got Karmelo Anthony's parents, and I said, yo, we're gonna go in the back room by ourselves and have a sit-down conversation. Right? You know why? Because that boy's father could influence a lot of things as far as that trial went. And you could have showed, and just like the lead attorney said, that showed low level of remorse. However you feel the situation went down, somebody lost their life. That was a horrible decision. Because now, guess who's, one boy's not here, the other boy got 35 years. And now the father said, oh, I'm fighting parole in 17 and a half years. I'm fighting to make sure he don't get parole. Right? When he was willing that close to come sit down with the family, bro. Sometimes you got to swallow your pride and say, you know what, man? Let's just sit down and have a conversation. But you got a guy like this, and like I said, he might have changed his life. I'm not saying he didn't, but I'm sorry, you can't have him on the case with these type of allegations. His girlfriend accused him of pushing, choking, headbutting her during several altercations, according to police records. You can't have that guy represent you on a murder case. What are we talking about? What's wrong with my people? A lack of knowledge, understanding, destroying my people every day. Like, share, subscribe, man. I don't even want to argue with dudes, man. If you don't understand what I'm saying, the parents made too many mistakes. That lawyer, the spokesperson, should have never been hired. If you would have had different representation, a different spokesperson, you might have a whole different result. Now tell me I'm lying in the comment section. That boy daddy went over there by himself to have prayer with y'all. And they called the cops and had them remove that man. When his son had passed away, y'all could have at least sat down and said, look, man, our son didn't mean to do it. This is what we felt like happened. Period. It ain't like his daddy came over there with guns and all these other thugs and stuff like that. Because, bro, sometimes you have to, cooler heads have to prevail. Then you're going to complain about an all-white jury in Frisco when you hired a white lawyer. Game over. Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box below this video. Check out our next video coming up right now.